think this government has done honorably on each one of those four, right up to realizing the dreams of 1.4 billion people to bring back Lord Ram to his birthplace. So in that sense, Lord Keynes' theory has actually been implemented in India best in these 10 years. And when he says that in the long run we are all dead, he does try to espouse a theory that before we are dead, we should achieve all those four levels right up to self-actualization. But on a more serious note, I think leveling the people's growth trajectory, giving the less privileged, marginalized sections of society their rightful place, their right opportunities to look for a better future for their children, has been the biggest priority of this government. Imagine, we've seen the Northeast for so many years. Tell me one other prime minister or one other government which has focused more on providing honest governance and development to the Northeast as much as Prime Minister Modi has. Think back and you will realize that a state like Uttar Pradesh, the largest state, 240 million people in one state, perpetually considered a Bimaru state, one of those weaker, like the nation was a fragile five economy, this was one of the most fragile states. People had almost reconciled to a life of deprivation or being migrant labor and serving Western or Southern India. Today, Uttar Pradesh is the most favored destination of global investors. We have the Bennett University in Uttar Pradesh. Today, Uttar Pradesh provides you the most industry-friendly policies, law and order, which is the envy of the rest of the country, and if I may dare say today the rest of the world. It provides decisive leadership. It provides people who are industrious, very hardworking, skilled, and lo and behold, and infrastructure. Infrastructure which is unparalleled. Electricity, the series of highways and expressways, the way industrial parks are coming up over there, the way tourism is being developed, the way new airports are being promoted. The whole story of Uttar Pradesh, in a way, captures the idea of making India an inclusive and equally developed nation across the length and breadth of India. There are other examples if one was to go beyond the BJP NDA ruled states. Odisha is making rapid progress. We've seen how, thanks to the transparent auction mechanism that Prime Minister Modi introduced in his very first year in government, today favored few do not get mines. Mines are auctioned out. The revenue of the auction goes to the state, and the state like Odisha, rich in mineral wealth, which for generations and centuries has suffered from deep poverty, is now coming out of that syndrome thanks to the great mineral wealth that they have, and now becoming a manufacturing base. So my sense is that countries seeing growth across sectors, we are recognizing the talent of our youth. We have focused on skill development. The new ministry was started by Mr. Modi. We have focused on the National Education Policy 2020 so that we don't make idiots out of our children. I think most of the Indian delegates in this important global business summit would have seen the movie Three Idiots. I'm sure we don't want Madhavans in this country where a wonderful photographer goes and becomes an engineer just because his parents wanted him to. I think it's time we started recognizing our youth for their skills, for their aptitude, for the vocation of their choice, and providing a platform and an opportunity rather than spoon-feeding them, empowering them to be good citizens of this country. And I think that's the journey India has embarked upon. Our young men and women make us proud. They are the citizens of tomorrow. They are going to be the architects of the new India that we are working for. And this young demographic dividend is going to take us through to become a $35 trillion economy when we celebrate India at 100.